we're like really really en route this week, you know.
Yes, facts. We've been
For
on
for
route,
real,
bro.
for real, living up to en route, bro.
All right.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I don't really know where to start, but I guess what was it? It's been like 2 or 3 weeks, I
I
think.
know it's been a minute. I think,
Uh,
yeah, our
it's
last
been a
one was
minute,
probably like late. Yeah, it's been like 2.5 weeks probably.
right? And we also like not really talked like in that time, so we like kind of don't know what each other were up to.
It's true.
Yeah, so this is kind of like I don't know. You just like catch up a bit. I know some of the things you did, and I think you can run through some of them like a little bit. At least Mount Kenya. Tell me
Oh,
about
jeez. Yeah.
Mount. I don't. Yeah, you haven't told me anything about it. All I know is like from what your brother told me, and it seemed like a interesting experience and like eye-opening experience.
Yeah, it was crazy to be completely honest. Like, it was. I think I went into it a little bit overconfident because, so Mount Kenya's. There's three main peaks. The tallest peak is about 17,000. The other one is like 16,800, I want to say, and then but for both of those you have to climb trad, so placing your own gear, which I haven't done. So I could only go to the trekking point, which is 16,400 ish feet. And I've hiked 14ers before in Colorado, so I was like, it'll probably be fine, like realistically. And like I had a bit of a headache maybe at the top, but nothing bad. So it was like, whatever, like it's gonna be completely fine. I'm chilling. And that was after living at sea level, and like maybe I spent 6 days at altitude before I hiked 14er. Like I've been living at 6K for
Right.
7 weeks at this point. So I was like, this is gonna be like walk in the park. And so then I get to the
Light
town.
work.
I get to the town. It's like some small town. I can't find my accommodation for a while. Like this guy's driving me around on the motorcycle, like not on an Uber ride, just like like this is an unmapped ride. Just like some dude on his motorcycle driving me around, like trying to find
Yeah.
this place. Can't find my place. Eventually, I do. Whatever. It works out. I wake up in the morning. I meet up with my guy. My guy thought I had a car. He's like, yo, where's your car? I was like, I don't have a car, bro. What are you talking about? He's like, we need a car to get to the trailhead. And I was like, bro, that's going to have to come from you. So he calls a car. We're like late to go.
Yeah.
Eventually we get to the trailhead. It's fire. Like early hike is pretty chill. Like it's kind of like rolling. Like Mount Kenya is this massive, like huge radius park. So it's like, the foothills are like pretty tame, and then the top is like rocky and like pretty gnarly. So the hike for day one was 13 miles. I think it was like 11 miles to the summit and then 2 miles down to the camp where I slept. Or the hut, I should say. But we start going up. I'm chilling. I'm feeling so good. Like my guide is like this like probably 50-year-old dude. Like I can tell he's like low-key sweating, so I'm like feeling myself like, this guy hikes all the time, like I'm tough.
Yeah,
like,
it's my
whatever.
guy. Like, this
Like,
is what he does for a living.
right, exactly. And
Yeah.
I clearly feel better than him, which like I should,
Right.
realistically. I'm 21 years old. He's like 50, but anyhow. And then we get up to like 14,500 feet, and I see my guy take. And I've been letting him lead, so like he could like determine the pace. He's a tiny bit gap. And I see my boy take a break, like just stop. And I'm like, dang, like he must be feeling the altitude. And then I like think about it. That like made me think about the altitude. And then I was like, dang, I'm feeling the altitude, bro. It's not just him, bro. Like I think it made me question myself when I saw like the guy who spends his time at 16,000 feet feeling it. I was like, wow. Maybe I should be feeling this shit more than I am. And then I was
Maybe I
all of a
should
sudden.
walk slower.
Right. And then I was all of a sudden. It was just like, I was like looking around, and it was snowing at this point. So it's just like, you're like up on the mountain, it's snowing, and all of a sudden I'm just like, dang, I low-key got a headache. And I'm like walking up, and I'm like, geez, it's not getting better, it's getting worse. And we just like slowly make our way up. And at this point, like we went from like kind of hustling, like 3 miles an hour type, like pretty good, to like now we're slogging, like 1 foot, like literally like half of a foot in front of another on each step type action. And I was like, geez, like I don't know if I ever felt like this walking. And it doesn't get any better. And then by the time we luckily, so the way it works is like close to the summit there's a split. So then you can drop your bags at the split and then do the last, like, I don't know, it's probably 600 feet of elevation with no bags. So that's helpful. Because I had like 30, 40 pound
right?
pack or something. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Which I'm also not used to hiking with a pack. I always have really light stuff. So, but
that's the way to go. I mean, that's ideal. Yeah.
right. So the big pack was probably not helpful, but we start going up this last section, and this is where I really fell out of it. Like, it really feels like you're incapacitated, like under the influence. Like, your vision is like laggy, like your eyes are not working right. You're tripping over your steps. Like you constantly need to like reach out for support on everything. It's really like you're drunk. And like not good drunk, like not like you're not like tipsy, like you're like not doing well. Like you're like like literally like every step I'm like reaching out for the rocks to support myself, and I was like, oh my gosh, bro, like this doesn't feel good. And like you're totally like you're in control. It's not like I was scared I was gonna pass out or like actually fall down the mountain or anything, but it's like you definitely like need support type of thing. And like I was forgetful too, like the straps on my bag, like before my, like when I came back to the bag after hitting summit, you need to like do up these straps, and I forgot to do them up like 3 times in a row. Like, and I was like, what am I doing, bro? But I just couldn't remember. And yeah, it was really a bizarre experience. Like, you just feel awful. You get to the top. You get to the top, and it's really like when you stop moving, you do start to feel better. It's like when you're moving, you feel really bad. And when you start moving, you start to like, okay, I think I feel okay. Getting my legs under me, like my brain's starting to feel okay. Like, it's all right. And then we start going down the mountain, and then I'm finally like, okay, I'm cooking now. Like, we're coming down the mountain, like elevation is dropping. We're at 15,000, 15,500. And then you get to 14,000, and that's where the hut is.
Right.
And like 14,000 is still tall, bro. And then
it's tall,
you're coming off of like massive oxygen debt. And mind you, like the night before, I slept at 5,000 feet. So like, it was not like I acclimated at all, really.
Like no time,
Right. And then you drive up, which also the drive up was super ridiculous. We drove this like small Japanese car up this steep muddy road, and it took us like 2 hours because we got stuck in mud so many times. So we just like hop out. Like, this guy had me driving the car. He was like, can you drive, bro? And I was like, yeah.
Why? Oh,
because he wanted to push. But then he had better strats than me, so we swapped so that he was driving and I was pushing with my guy. But it was crazy. But like, anyhow,
it's like you keep getting stuck.
No, it was insane. We got stuck like literally every like probably 50 feet, and then we'd have to get out, push. We'd have to dig out the mud from under the tires, scrape it off the tires. Like,
God,
it was absurd. And you're just like in the jungle basically at that point. It was so crazy.
Right.
And then we get to the hut, and at that point I'm just like excited to be at the hut. Like, they give me tea. They give me, which also the Kenyans don't understand when you don't want tea is an interesting thing. My guide like literally was like, do you want tea, bro? And I was like, no, I'm fine. And then he was like, you're sure you don't want tea? And I was like, no, it's completely fine, bro. And like 2 minutes later, he just came back to me with the tea. And I was like, he was like, here's the tea.
Like,
I was like, thanks, bro. But
he's like, so 1 cup's good, but not 2 cups.
No, exactly. Like, it was he can't comprehend it. Like, they literally can't comprehend it. Later on, when we finished the hike, he goes, do you want tea or coffee? And I was like, I'm fine. And he was like, no, you have to choose. All right, bro. But
The government makes me give it to you.
no, literally, it's like they literally can't comprehend it, and their tea is terrible, bro. Like, the thing is, it's not bad, but it's not tea. Like, they basically
What do you mean
take
it's not
milk,
tea?
and then they put the tea bag in for like a minute, bro. And it's milk, so like milk doesn't absorb tea flavor that well. And then they put the tea bag in for a
Right.
minute, and then they dump like so much sugar in. So you just drink like super sweet milk with a hint of tea flavor. It's not tea. But
I wonder where that comes from. I think
it's British.
people-
Yeah.
British people, right?
Yeah, it's terrible.
It would be them.
Terrible
Let's be
tradition.
honest.
It would be them.
Yeah.
It would be them, and I think it is them. But
Okay.
and they
that makes
colonized
sense.
Kenya for a long time. So
Right. Yeah.
um,
And
But,
they colonize everywhere.
yeah, exactly.
Spread their customs.
But
Terrible customs.
But yeah, but then when I was sleeping there, I felt better for the first like hour. There's just like hot food and you're drinking tea and you're like, all right, this is lit. I feel so good.
Right. You're drinking tea because you have to.
Because you have to. And then I felt awful. Like awful. Like I started to try and go to bed and I was like, oh my gosh, bro. Like my head was pounding. Like incessantly pounding. And I forget, I didn't want to take my meds for some reason. I wasn't sure. Like I had because I already taken a lot of Advil because my foot was bothering me. So I was like, I shouldn't take Advil. And so I was just trying to sleep. I remember checking my watch in the middle of the night. My average heart rate for sleep was 80. I usually sleep at like 37. Like
Right.
my
As
body
like a
was dying.
an actual athlete. That's pretty.
My body was dying, bro. And then I wake up and I'm like so miserable, just like, oh my gosh, like get me off this mountain. Like it was still sick, like the views were super sick, but like I was like, my head was hurting so bad, and I was just like, please, like get down to a lower elevation. And then the trail down was like, you expect it to like go downhill. You have to drop like, you're only dropping like 3,000 feet because the top trailhead you can drive up to, so the other trailhead you can drive up to 11,000. So it's like,
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
you only have to descend 3,000 feet. It's an 8-mile hike. I kid you not. It probably descends 1,000 feet in the first 5 miles, bro. I was crashing out. I didn't look at the elevation maps before, and I'm just walking, and I'm like, why is it flat, bro? And then we start going uphill, and I was like, no, bro. Is it ever gonna go down? And I'm talking to my guide. I'm like, bro, is it gonna go downhill? He's like,
What's going on?
Eventually. And I'm like, no, bro, can we please go down? Like, I'm begging you. And once I got down to like 12,500, my head started to feel better. But yeah, it was actually insane.
Sheesh. Yeah.
So it was like I don't know, like it's hard to like tell whether I'm exaggerating. Like I honestly can't even recall the extent of it completely. Maybe
Right.
because of the memory, but like it was bad. It was definitely bad. Like it definitely hurt really bad. The headache hurt really bad. I definitely felt really out of it on the summit, and like walking around. Like I definitely was like unsteady. It was crazy. I've never experienced anything like that. So
I remember saying, I don't know if it was the exact text that you sent, but you said something like, like I thought they were capping about it, but it's like, it's real.
no, it really is real, bro. Like, yeah, it's true. I thought everyone was
Altitude sickness
soft.
is just real.
I thought everyone was
Yeah.
soft. They're not soft. I mean, like some people are still
Just-
soft, of course, but like
Well, yeah, obviously, but it is real.
it's definitely real, bro. If I went up to like 20K, I would have died, bro. I would have been in such bad trouble if I went to 20K automatically.
Well, no one does that, like, just off the
No,
the
it's
one night
true,
you
it's
sleep
true,
at
it's
5K.
true.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, for some reason, I kind of thought I was tough. I kind of thought like I would just tank
Right.
that and be fine. It wasn't the case.
Not the case, huh?
But yeah, so that was like 2 weekends
Damn.
ago, and then
Yeah,
I stayed in Nairobi for the last 2 weekends. I mostly like hung out with friends and did things
Right,
in
yeah.
Nairobi.
And now you're not in Kenya.
Now I'm not in Kenya.
Yeah.
Now I'm in Colorado.
Now he's not in Kenya, which we did not say that, but yeah, he's not in Kenya anymore.
Trip's
Which,
over. 9 weeks.
Which means that the time diff. Wait, was I even in was I even in Taiwan last we I wasn't. I was
No,
in
you weren't
Chicago.
in Taiwan. You were in Chicago last time we called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so
I'm in Taiwan.
we've
So like
flipped.
yeah.
We've both
Switched.
massively changed time zones.
We're like really really en route this week, you know.
Yeah, it's facts. We've been on
For
route,
real,
bro.
for real living up to en route, bro.
And in the meantime, you've also been doing
the
hiking.
time diff is. I was doing hiking, yeah. I haven't done too much in Taiwan, mainly because the main areas where I'd want to go are getting destroyed by rain. So it's like really not good. Like the trails, a lot of the big mountains, they're not letting people up
Jeez.
because the trails are just washed out.
Mm.
So I've been like debating what to do. I was like kind of waiting around to see if like I'm sure some of the trails are open now, but like it was mainly like towards the start of when I got here that it was bad.
Right.
But now I'm kind of just looking around like Taipei area because Taipei's not as bad as the rest of Taiwan in terms of rain. So I was just looking at. I mean, there's trails and mountains around here. It's just I don't know. None of them are like inspiring to me. I'm not like wow. I need to go climb this shit.
Right.
But I was in Japan in Hokkaido with your brother, as
Right.
you know, and we yeah. I mean, it was basically a hiking trip, but I think it was like because I like never see you guys. Like especially like at home, like I never see you guys. So
Yeah.
like, just like the idea that we were gonna be meeting up was like not really real. So we were like really not locked in on like what we were doing. We had like a
Yeah,
general
that's fair,
idea,
though.
and at some point we did like book accommodations and stuff, but we didn't really figure out the day to day. So we didn't really talk about it, which is fine. It just meant that once we got there, we had to figure it out. So
Yeah.
the first day, I won't really like talk about the whole trip because it was like around a week, so it's kind of long. But I will say like the first day was just an absolute mess because we went to this like national park, which was like east of Sapporo, but like west of Obihiro, which is like a smaller city that we stayed in for the first night because we rented a car from there.
Right.
And then we drove to that national park. It's called like the Hidaka, like Edimo, something really long name, national park. And then we were like, surely, like it's a national park that we can find trails. I don't know. Like I don't know about you, but like if I go to a national park or like anywhere like nature oriented, I kind of expect there to be at least something. Right?
Yeah, it's true. Like usually there's good signage, I feel like. At least for like the central hub. And then everything from there you can just find in the hub.
Yeah, so I don't know. We didn't do any research beforehand because I mean, like I said, we were not very locked in.
Yeah, it's also probably having Gavin on the trip issue.
I don't think it's just having Gavin on the trip issue. It's just like, yeah, I mean, because like I feel like normally when I go somewhere, I'm a little more prepared, but for some reason I was just like, it's Japan, you know. I mean,
Yeah,
not that I had
that's
been
true.
to Hokkaido, but I was just like, oh, it's Japan. Like they're super serious about hiking,
Right.
and
You
like,
think
I
that they're
know
just going
they
to be
have,
super
like,
organized.
yeah. There's some sketch hikes, obviously, but I
Right.
just thought that it would be a little. I thought it would be at least like navigable.
Right.
And we didn't have like any of the apps that like had trails.
Yeah.
We were on All Trails, and All Trails just has nothing.
All Trails
up
is
there.
so bad in Japan, bro.
All Trails is getting cooked up there. So yeah, we were just like in the national park, and we are like, where are the trails? Because we stopped like at a visitor center, and we're looking at the visitor center. Like there's like a map and stuff, and like it kind of shows trails, but it's not really clear like where to go to get to the trailhead.
Right.
So we're just like at the visitor center, like what do we do? And then also another thing about Hokkaido is that the bears.
Yeah, that's
And like
true.
I feel like I had known about the bears, but I didn't realize it was like as big of a like thing as it is.
No, but I think that Japanese
And-
people are more scared than they have to be.
I agree, and I think me and Gavin, we didn't get like any of the bear bells or stuff. It depends on where you go, obviously, but like there's that one peninsula. It's called like Shiratoko. It's like
Yep.
a peninsula that just goes out into the ocean.
Yeah.
And like it looks sick. But apparently that's like where the biggest amount of brown bears live. And like there was a person who got killed like literally like a day or two after we like stopped hiking.
Really?
Like on the same mountain that we were planning to go to that mountain. Like a
Jeez.
guy got killed on it.
That is crazy, actually.
And like, yeah, I think for the majority of Hokkaido, like it's probably fine, especially if you're like anywhere that's like remotely trafficked.
Yeah.
But I think it's just like the sheer amount of like bear signs and like the fact that everyone and their mom has a bear bell and like is like kitted out to the max. I don't know. It felt like a little
It's imposing.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, me and Gav are not like loud people, but I was talking quite loud compared to how I normally talk.
No, that's actually funny.
Yeah, so I was a little nervous, and it got better, especially once you get up to like altitude or whatever. It's like the trees get lower, and I feel a little bit better once that happens. But like in the forest, I was a little sketched out.
Yeah. I feel like I'm like too optimistic with the animals, to be completely honest with you. Like even when I was in, I mean, anything with bear, like there are bears at home, and
Right.
I
Brown bears.
yeah, it's true, but like I literally have seen them from like 15 feet away and like not been very careful because I just like I always just think they're not gonna do anything to me. I just get that feeling, but it's probably a terrible instinct, and yeah, I
Right.
don't know. I like even when I was in Kenya, I had like this thought that like low key it would be sick to go for a run here. Like why do they have all these restrictions? Just because of the lions. Like low key, surely the lions aren't choosing me over all the zebras, bro. There's a hell of zebras, but like maybe they would. But I don't know. For whatever
Yeah,
reason, I have
it's-
too much faith in the animals. I always think the animals aren't gonna choose me.
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like they probably wouldn't, but it's just like, what if they do? It's like
Yeah.
really unfortunate. It'd be really
Yeah, it would be
unfortunate
really
if they did.
unfortunate.
I do think bear bells are like a big lie. I don't think that they're gonna help much, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it's just to make you feel better. But like I do think if I went back or like if we went back or like something and we were like gonna do big hiking again in Hokkaido, I'd probably bring bear spray or like just
Yeah,
have
bear spray
I think
is meta.
that's like legit.
Yeah.
And like the thing is, we were looking at like stats and like it was like in like North America or whatever, like this many people have died to brown bears versus this many people in Hokkaido, and it was like I'm pretty sure it was a lot more in Hokkaido.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm
Huh.
pretty sure it doesn't happen that much in North America.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Dang,
Maybe
yeah,
I'm
I wouldn't
wrong.
have
I
thought
forget.
that. Yeah, I think that I also got like maybe a little bit of a wrong impression when I was in Japan because we saw a lot of people tweaking about the bears too, and there were like bells everywhere and whatever. And then me and Gavin saw a bear, and it was just like the tiniest black bear you've ever seen. And everyone was
Yeah.
still like, "Oh my gosh, be careful! There's a bear!" And I think I just got this impression that like Japanese people were just scared of even like the tiniest bears, and that was the only bears that they had. Like, I guess I didn't realize that they had like a high population of brown bears.
Yeah, I think they definitely tweak too much, but like it is like they were making me tweak because of how much they are tweaking. Like they would have
Right.
like in the visitor center they had like a map of like all the sightings of brown bears, and they had like a picture of like this big guy. I'm like, bro,
Yo,
come
chill.
on, man, chill out. Yeah, but like, I guess like really quickly, like at that first national park, like we basically just drove all the way down the road, like to the end of the road. Like we finished the whole road of that particular section, and we got to like this area where like there were like low-key a good amount of cars parked. I would say like 10 to 15 cars parked, and we were like, we did it. This is the trail. We're goated. Like there was no signs or anything that like said that it was a trailhead or anything, but we were like, yeah, we did it.
Surely.
And then we were just walking down like a gravel path for like two miles or something like that. And then this guy comes up behind us on like a bike. And I don't know if Kat told you about this, but he's just like, yeah, like there's no way. You can't do it. It's impossible.
Really? He
he's
didn't
like,
tell me
oh,
that.
like I'm gonna what?
Gav didn't tell me that happened.
Oh yeah, like this guy like when this guy came up on a bike and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go stay in this cabin at like the trailhead. And the trailhead's like whatever 10, 15K more down this gravel path. And then he's like, yeah, everyone does that. Everyone you have to stay in the cabin and stay overnight if you want to like go hiking up there. Otherwise, it's too long. And he's on a bike, so I'm like, why is this guy on a bike? But then he's showing us like the trail on his like map or whatever, and he's like, yeah, it's impossible. Like you guys should really turn around.
Oh, that is imposing. I didn't realize that happened.
Yeah, and then after that, the worst part was after that is just like we were just like, damn, like what do we do? So we just like regardless of if he was right or wrong that we couldn't do it, it was like quite a deals away from where we were to get to the actual trailheads, and we were like, surely there's another trail somewhere else.
Right.
So we like looked around that particular area. We literally could not find anything that was there was no markings anywhere. We had no clue like where a trail would be, and so it was just really hard to like commit to anything because we were like we didn't know if anything was real or if anything like kept going.
Right, that is scary. Yeah, I put Gavin on the Japan Alps app afterwards.
Yeah, you did eventually. But then like even that like we were looking at the Japan Alps thing and like we were like he's like, oh, there's some trails down here in the south like of that same national park. And so we were like driving down there and we were like going through a town or whatever, and then like I guess we were just passing through the small town, and we like came to this like the road, the normal road, just like turns into gravel, like straight up.
Huh.
Like the road just like it stops and then it just turns to gravel road, and we're looking at it and like Apple Maps and like all that stuff is saying it's just a road, and then the cops pull up behind us.
Like pulled you over?
The cops pull up behind us, yeah. They pull up behind us and then they come out of their car and we're like, dude, what is happening right now? They didn't pull us over, but they just like came around. They were like, oh, like we saw you were a rental car, and like we were like, what are they doing?
That's crazy.
And like
Dang,
they were yapping with us. I mean, they were yapping with Gavin because I can't speak Japanese.
Dang. Yeah, you were in the sticks,
And-
bro.
Yeah, we were in the middle of nowhere, and so I think they were just like, what are they doing? Like there's nothing around here.
Right. Why are you not in Tokyo or Sapporo?
Real. And it was just it was just like the cops were talking with Gavin. I had no idea what they were saying, obviously. And I mean, like Gavin's good at Japanese, but like I'm sure like the conversation seemed like kind of strained. Like I don't think either of them were understanding each other like too much.
Yeah.
And so like at one point the cop asked Gavin like, does the driver, because I was driving, he's like, does the driver speak Japanese? Because I mean, controversial take, I think I look more Japanese than Gavin, so I think he was just confused.
Yeah, that is a bit confusing.
It's like, why is the white guy talking?
Yeah, that's funny actually.
It's like, no, I speak like zero Japanese. And every time they ask that, because it happened like quite a lot on the trip, they were like, is he Japanese? And I mean, when you say like I'm American, they're like, oh, okay, but like they don't really, they're kind of just like, that's not the answer they want, they're like,
Right.
It's like the same thing, like, where are you from? It's like no one wants to hear you're American. Like, obviously you're American, or like you're from Connecticut or whatever. It's like they don't want to hear that. You just, yeah. So I just did the same thing I always do. It's like, yeah, oh, Taiwan. Like, oh, they go like, oh my god, that makes so much sense.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's what they want to hear.
That's so funny.
I've just started giving it to them.
Giving them the answer. They want.
Just like, yeah, there you go. That's why I look like this, bro. And Taiwan. But yeah,
That's so
that was
funny.
it was a solid trip, and yeah, we were both pretty busy, which is why.
Yeah, exactly. So we took a little hiatus from en route.
Took a little hiatus.
To be en route.
To be actually en route. But yeah, we'll get more stuff out.
Yeah, new content
Yeah.
coming soon. More.
New content coming soon.
Less catch up based, more
It's September.
new era.
November could be big because I think we'll both be home.
Yeah, I will be home in November.
I'll be home in November as well. So
That's
that could be
fine.
huge.
Jeez. When was the last time? Oh, I guess I
Mm.
saw you for one day at home.
For one, it was not even a day. It was
like for 2 hours.
it was like you came over for a couple hours as I was packing.
It's actually insane. Other than that, I've just seen you in Japan. And the
That's
last
what I was saying. I was like Gavin. Like we spent more time in Japan together than at home over the last like 3 years.
yeah, it's actually absurd. And before that, I saw you in Chicago.
That's true. You did come to Chicago, and then you never came ever again.
Bro, because I stopped going to that meet, bro.
That's fair. That meet was kind of strange.
That meet was weird. But it was tough to
and it
go
was
to
a strange
Chicago.
area. Yeah, you came at like a really bad day, but I just remember there being no one around that day. Like no one.
Yeah, there was nobody,
The
bro.
campus
There
campus was
nobody.
deserted. I was just so confused.
It was
as to why
so
it was
empty,
deserted.
and we were just walking around the graveyard of Chicago. But it was tough. It was like cool vibes though.
Yeah, yeah. Chicago in the summer is really nice. Chicago in the winter is kind of depressing.
Yeah, it's
But anyway, yeah, that's been
Alright.
what we've been doing.
Yeah,
And
that's our-
why
our
there's been no
recap.
episodes. But recap, we'll be back. Yep.
we'll do. Catch you on the next one.
See ya.